Hello, 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 everybody. Happy New Year. It is now 2026. And today I figured it would be a little fun to, despite it being a new year, to go back in time and look at Windows 95. So today what we're going to be doing is surfing the quote unquote internet on Windows 95 in 2026. And it's going to open MSN as it looked in 1999. You can see it down here. So, what can you do when it comes to the internet on Windows 95? Well, when it comes to the modern internet, there's not really a lot you can do. However, there is I guess you could say something that you could do when it comes to the internet, even on Windows 95. So if you go here to Tools and then you click on Internet Options, this will pop up. If you go down to your connections and then go to LAN settings, and then down here it'll say proxy server. Click this, and this is the address that you are going to want to put in. So it is wayback.protoweb.org. And then the port number is 7851. This actually simulates a T1 connection. However, if you want to use something that mimics a 56K speed, kind of like dial-up, you would use this. You would enter 7856. Okay? But for the purpose of this video, we are only going to be using 7851 for that T1 connection. Okay, so this server is called ProtoWeb. And what ProtoWeb is it's a project that revives the old internet, basically, right? So it allows you to visit websites that you could typically visit back in the day, say on Windows 95 or on Windows 98, on Windows 2000 or Windows XP. It doesn't matter. You can use any of those versions of Windows. You could even use modern versions of Windows by using a web browser called RetroZilla. ProtoWeb Edition, or ProtoWeb actually has their own web browser that is made for this reason for modern systems. So you could go ahead and use that as well. I have not tested those web browsers on older versions of Windows. So today we are just going to use Microsoft Internet Explorer. Sorry about all the babbling. Let's get into it. So it works just like the regular internet, really. Let's see. If you go to google.com, it'll load up Google from 2000. Okay, not 2026. It will show up with Google from 2000. Same thing with, here's another good one, yahoo.com. Okay, and then here's Yahoo from, I believe, 1997, 1998, around there. I'll just basically be showing websites. You can click around these, see what works, see what doesn't work. ProtoWeb is there for you to surf, right? So that's what you can use it for. You can use it to surf. You can see what's restored. You can do all sorts of things here, but I will be saving a really cool website for last in this video. So, if say you don't really want to surf around and see which websites work and which ones don't, you can easily do that by going to www.inode.com. And this is ProtoWeb's inode gateway. So it will show you which websites are available. Okay. So you can click on full index. That's fine. But I am not going to be doing that because, well, like I said, I am going to leave this up to you to explore yourself. Now, if you are a big Flash game player, oops, I typed that incorrectly. It is miniclip.com, not miniclips. Okay, so here is miniclip.com, circa, I think either 2000 or 2001. Yeah, 2001 around, yeah, 2001. Let's see what else. There is, I believe, addictinggames.com. Yeah, addictinggames.com. So this one is circa, I believe, 2004. If you see it right here, it's 2004. Okay. The last thing that I am going to show you is warpstream.org. And this one is a fun one. So Warpstream will load up, and you will notice that it kind of looks a little similar to 2006, 2007 YouTube. And this is essentially what it is. So Warpstream basically re-enables old school YouTube just under a different name. So if you notice, you can sign up for an account, you can log in, you have settings here, you can upload videos, and then if you go to channels here, ProtoWeb has a bunch of partner channels, including DanoOct1. There is LGR. There's just a lot of them. There's Michael MJD. There's the Nostalgia Mall. Yeah, so there's plenty of content to see on here, trust me. Okay, now for some reason, I've seen that so when you're trying to watch videos on Windows 95 or Windows 98, what has worked best for me, even though you have enabled Flash Player, or if you have Flash Player downloaded, the problem here is that either of any of these I have found don't work. What you need is Flash Player Basic. And what that will do is allow you to watch videos on Warpstream even on Windows 95 or on Windows 98.
Yes! I bought your Colgate toothpaste, the one with tartar control, and it made me feel like a piece of shit!
All right, so with that demonstration, I guess, if you would like to look at more websites, you can definitely do so. Like I said, modern internet obviously is not going to work on Windows 95. However, in a certain way, you still can get online on Windows 95 in 2026.